Hi, I'm Joe Freeman of the Oregonian. This is Mike Richman of the Oregonian. Well, the Trail Blazers aren't dead yet. With a huge game from Damian Lillard, out of nowhere good game from Al-Farouq Aminu, or I should say every other good game.
He has one of these every 5 or so.
Al-Farouq Aminu. The Blazers gave life to their series against the Golden State Warriors. They beat the Warriors 120-108 in Game 3 at the Moda Center. After dropping the first 2 games, we have ourselves a series here. Damian Lillard from beginning to end was sensational. He finished with 40 points and 10 assists. It was a record-setting game in a lot of ways. Playoff career high for him. First Blazer to record those numbers since Clyde Drexler in '92. He finished, 8 of 13 from 3. And then, when the Warriors kind of keyed their defense on him in the third quarter, he decided to go ahead and rack up a bunch of assists. I think he recorded 7 assists in the third quarter. Was that right?
7 assists in the third, and he said right away he noticed the defense was keying on him. He changed his attack. He fed Aminu. Aminu was huge in the third quarter. CJ McCollum had a much stronger third quarter than he did in the first half, and the Blazers really never lost control of the game. And that was kind of what had doomed them in Game 2, was that when the Warriors made a push, they finally wilted at the end. We didn't see that tonight. They were excellent throughout, and they responded. Even when the Warriors got as close as 11 in the fourth quarter, there were the Blazers with Damian Lillard hitting threes and just finding ways to score and playing good enough defense that no one not named Draymond Green or Klay Thompson really got going.
Yeah, it was big, 2 prolific nights for the Warriors stars, but it wasn't enough on a night that no one else really did much for them, including Andrew Bogut, who picked up his 4th and 5th fouls very early in the third quarter and was basically rendered useless the rest of the game. It really was a start to finish dominant victory by the Blazers, who led by as many as 20 points. And for those of us who questioned how the emotional toll of that fourth quarter meltdown in Game 2 would affect this team, they answered in resounding fashion. I guess really in hindsight it shouldn't surprise any of us who have watched this team all year, because all season from beginning to end they have fought through adversity, and just when you started to sort of pile on them and think their season was done, they found a way to dig deep and pull through, and that's really what we saw tonight in probably the largest example of that this season. And chew on this. Take away the first quarter of Game 1 and the fourth quarter of Game 2, and the Blazers have outscored the Warriors 296-265 in this series. Now, the Warriors have played without Stephen Curry, and there was a minor development today with that. Although he did not play, he went through an extensive 2-on-2 workout with the coaching staff before the game on the Moda Center court. Staff said he reported that his health was well, that his knee responded well to that. My best guess is, particularly after tonight, he tests his knee again in practice tomorrow, on Sunday, and then I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him suit up and play in Game 4, but we should know more about that tomorrow after practice.
And regardless of what happens with Stephen Curry, Draymond Green made it clear that he felt like he played his worst game of the series tonight. He had 37 points, so maybe he's a little bit off on that assessment, but he vowed in the closing remarks of his post-game press conference that I'll be better, we'll be better, and we'll win. So if nothing else, the Blazers definitely have the Warriors' attention.
Game 4, Monday night, Moda Center, 7:30. We'll talk to you after that.
Later!